Hey guys, this is your girl Living Caregiver Uncut. It's another beautiful day that the Lord had made, and guess what? I am gonna rejoice in it, and you should too. Guys, remember to pray over your family, pray over your finances, and let me tell you something, bind that devourer out of your finances, okay? And over your children, your loved one, near and far, Jamaica, Kenya, America. I keep you all in my prayers, okay? And my millionaire Kenya, I keep him in my prayers all the time. We pray together all the time. Okay, guys, today in Texas, it's raining cats and dog. That's how they say it. I don't know. I think so. Well, it's raining, and I love when it's raining and I'm home. Guys, if you gotta work, go to work, okay? If you have to work and it's raining, go to work. Don't use it as an excuse to stay home, okay? Because guess what? We have the elderly to care for. And guys, this is the channel, Living Caregiver Uncut. I'm your uncut girl, the fearless caregiving uncut, the traveling caregiver. I travel wherever the work is. Okay, guys, on this channel, we talk about caregiver living in the client's home, out of the client's home, working as a caregiver with an agency or private pay, or if you're considering to be a caregiver. This channel, we talk about everything except we do not break the HIPAA law. Okay, guys? All right. So if you're considering to be a caregiver, go ahead and watch my prior videos, and I know you'll find something to take away from it, okay? And if you are a caregiver and you want me to speak about something on my channel, go ahead and text, DM, email, wherever you want to do it, or however you want to do it, and we'll talk about it in a humane way, okay? No disrespect or anything like that. All right, and I won't expose your name or wherever you work or whoever you work for, okay? All right, guys, so guess what? Remember, we were talking about, well, prior videos before, we talk about mood disorder. And then this one that we're on, part 2, it's about dementia. Dementia, however, people texting me, oh, you don't call the word right. Guess what? If you know how to call it right, go ahead and call it right. So we'll be talking about dementia. And we are talking about mood disorder because these things lead into dementia. You hear me? It's a part of dementia. And we were talking about what can cause, people to have bad mood disorder or stuff like that. And these things will play out when dementia kicks in. So, caregiver, what I want to talk to you about today, when you get a new client, do not go inside there with one mindset. My grandmother would say a one-track mind, meaning you are not going to compare your prior dementia client with this client. It's a total different thing. So when you get a client, you're going to go inside there with an open mind and always try to be a quick learner. Stop dragging and keep going back and forth. You don't remember this. Guys, you're doing this for a long time. Yes, some of you guys doing it for a long time, and the newbies, you learn along the way, okay? Always take away something from one client to the other, but don't carry it in there. Just keep it as an experience. So when you start caring for dementia client, remember I said, have an open mind, learn about the client. Watch, observe, if you want to use the word watch, but you need to do a lot of observation because that's how you're going to make your day somewhat good. Guys, guess what? With dementia clients, it's not going to be the same every day. It's not going to be the same every hour. So what am I saying? Have an open mind, and remember, these clients need a lot of compassion, a lot of love, tenderness, support. You need support too. And we're going to talk about the family in a little bit. But let me focus on the caregivers for a few more minutes. So, caregivers, don't just go in there and everything you say is law. It doesn't work like that. So, you learn about the client, just watch them, listen to the family, and they'll tell you what they used to do and the stuff they don't like and things like that. Maybe it flipped now that they're having dementia. So caregivers, your role is very important, especially if you lived with the client by themselves and the family is not there. So you're going to learn about your client. And remember, I said, based on my experience, as I said, every client is not the same. My clients, I normally, in the morning, most of my dementia clients, in the morning, I get the best out of them. I kind of get them more focused. They're more settled. Even if they're not focused, they're not, just confused totally all the time, first thing in the morning. So in the morning, I try to get everything out of them. Try to get them focused, try to get their attention. Guys, you got to get their attention, okay? When you're speaking to them, you cannot be over yonder and yelling. You have to have that eye contact. Let them know you're there and you talk to them. Try to listen, because let me tell you, you got to be a good listener as a caregiver. You got to be a good listener, because sometimes they're trying to tell you something, but it's going to come out more slower than the norm. So you got to be a good listener. You have to be patient. Okay? You have to have some patience, honey. Yes. So forget about everything that's going on out the door and focus on your client. That's what you are going to do, so your day can be somewhat successful. I am telling you. So, as I said, you know what they normally do, but have an open mind for changes. It's not going to be the same. And so you try and get most of your stuff out of the way. So, by midday hit, you're just there sitting, waiting for whatever changes to come, so you can have a good rapport, a good communication. Try to communicate with them. Whatever the family said they normally do or they loved, try and incorporate that during your day. One thing I'm going to tell you, caregivers, most of the time, dementia client doesn't sleep a lot. Either they don't sleep for a few days or a few hours. Most of the time, they're up during the night. Caregivers, you're going to flip your day too. If they don't sleep at nights, you got to be up at nights, especially if you are a 24-hour living caregiver. So you're going to sleep when they sleep. Okay? If they sleep during the day, you sleep during the day. And they're up all night, so your night turn to day as well. You're going to do your house chores during the night when they're up, but you're going to keep them in sight. Keep them in your sight view so you can know what they're doing, because sometimes they'll try to leave the home. They'll try to do a lot of stuff. They'll try to turn the stove on, try to move stuff around, take stuff from the refrigerator. So you always have to keep them in your eyesight view. You don't want to be up under them, because you still want them to feel like they're still in control of their home, but yet still you don't want them to cause hurt to themselves or hurt to you. Okay? All right, let me talk about the family a little bit, because families, you are the caregiver and your loved one number one support. The payer. So sometimes the payer might live out of state, but there's always a friend or a family who will come over sometimes, because a lot of these clients sometimes don't have nobody. Either they don't have or nobody comes over. So I'm encouraging the family member, the payer, a friend, a longtime friend, a niece, a nephew, granddaughter, grandson, come over and look for your loved one. Don't just leave them like that and forget about them. No, they still exist, okay? Come over and spend some time with them. Bring some of their favorite stuff. Even if they don't eat it, bring it to them and sit it right there and talk to your mom or your dad or whosoever there is to you. Bring some photos. Bring photos and give to the caregiver. If they love to play whatever game, bring it over to the caregiver. Sometimes the caregiver can just set it up and leave it on the table. You think they all over the house doing their stuff? They will walk to that table and they will start play the game or something, or pick on the food, snacks, or whatever you prepare for them. Just set it up right there on the table. Family member, take them out. Come over. I know you're busy. I know you guys are busy. That is the reason why you hire us as caregiver. But come on now. You must can find even one time a month. I'm going to give you one time a month. Even 2 hours out of your monthly busy schedule with your family. And come over and visit your loved one. Spend even 2 hours. That 2 hours is so crucial. It's so important to your loved one. I used to have clients where the family never come over, and they would come right at the gate and drop off stuff for me, but they never come in the house. Why? I understand. After I found out from you why you do it, then I understand you don't want to see them in that situation. You want to remember them as that bubbly, outgoing person. But please don't look at it like that. Come inside the home. Spend 2 hours of your busy time. Let me tell you something. Years later, you may be mad with me now. You may be watching this video and say, what is she talking about? But honey, curse me now, but you're going to thank me later, okay? You're going to thank me 10 years later after that person is gone to be with the Lord. You're going to be thanking that caregiver uncut. She had told me to come over. And I did, even though I was mad, but I did. But let me tell you something. Come over. This is serious. Come over and visit your loved ones. Spend that quality time with them. That's memory. Take pictures, honey, when you come and visit. Bring that nice house dress that they always love. Those roses, those flowers. Don't just send the flowers to them from the flower shop or the gift shop. No, bring the flowers yourself. Even if they deliver it, come over yourself and say, Mom or Dad or Uncle, Auntie, I brought you these flowers. Have a little meal with them. Do something with them, honey, because later you'll be crying and saying, oh, I didn't do this. Let me tell you something. Time is very important. They said time is money, but time is memory too. So come over and visit your loved one and spend time with them and give the caregiver as much support as possible. You know, once you find that great caregiver that support your loved one and treat them with respect and dignity in their condition, let me tell you something, guys. Respect your caregivers. Family member, I'm talking to you. Respect your caregiver, and they need the support too. You don't just leave them there just like you leave your loved one and forget about them. Agencies. If your caregiver is working for an agency, you need to provide some form of support. Call your caregivers, talk to them a little bit. Sometimes give them a break. Sometimes just come over. You director just sitting in the office and said, oh, I'm director. Sometimes you can come over, and I'm talking the care director. I'm not talking the owner. The care directors who come around and talk to the family about the caregiver, but you never come and talk to the caregiver and ask her how things going. Come over and sit with the client and let the caregiver get a break, and stuff like that, so she can get some fresh air, maybe go for a walk. She needs the support too, okay? All right, guys, we'll be talking about a part 3. We're going to have a part 5 in this dementia. So, guys, let me tell you something. Trust God and live. Save your money, caregivers. You work very hard. Save your money. And, guys, remember what we're here for. We're here to save lives and protect our elderlies. Wash your hands. Wear your mask. Social distancing. COVID is real. Guys, I gotta go. I gotta keep this video under 15 minutes. So I gotta go. You take care of your sweet self. Love your family. And you take care and be safe. Goodbye, and we'll talk soon again.